Taiwan has second thoughts about dropping their silicon shield. Meta fires 20 employees accused of leaking company info. Software engineers, is it the best of times or the worst of times? And Microsoft is finally ready to kill Skype. Welcome to Hashtag Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company, TSMC, is set to invest $100 billion in expanding its U.S. operations, including 5 new fabrication plants in Arizona. In making this investment, they hope to avoid the 100% tariffs that the U.S. president has threatened to impose. But reports are surfacing that the Taiwan government is worried that if TSMC shifts too much of its advanced chip production into the U.S., Taiwan risks losing its strategic value, potentially weakening U.S. commitment to its defense against China. Historically, Taiwan's dominance in semiconductor manufacturing has served as a silicon shield, making it too valuable for the U.S. and allies to abandon. However, TSMC is now transferring significant technology to the U.S., leaving only its most cutting-edge processes, such as the upcoming 2-nanometer and future 1.6-nanometer chip technologies, in Taiwan. The hope would be that rather than see these strategic technologies fall under Chinese control, the U.S. would have to continue to defend Taiwan. No doubt, some in Taiwan may draw a parallel to Ukraine's 1994 decision to give up its nuclear arsenal in exchange for security assurances, a move that left it vulnerable to Russian aggression. And as international relations expert John Mearsheimer warned at the time, a Ukraine without nuclear weapons is likely to be prey for Russia. The concern is that, without its full semiconductor advantage, Taiwan could face a similar predicament. By moving critical production overseas, Taiwan may think it's gambling with its own security, relying on diplomatic commitments that recent history suggests might not hold when power dynamics or political winds change. Meta has terminated approximately 20 employees for leaking confidential company information. This action follows a series of internal leaks, including unannounced product plans and internal discussions involving CEO Mark Zuckerberg, despite warnings to staff to not disclose the contents of these meetings. The company emphasized its strict policies against unauthorized disclosures, stating that all employees are informed upon hiring and through periodic reminders that leaking internal information is prohibited, regardless of intent. The recent investigation leading to these terminations reflects Meta's commitment to enforcing these policies, with expectations of further actions if necessary. This crackdown occurs amid internal challenges at Meta, including policy changes, the termination of diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI programs, and recent layoffs targeting so-called low performers. The company has not disclosed specific details about the leaked materials or the individuals involved. But Chief Technology Officer Andrew Bosworth addressed the issue during an internal meeting, saying that when things leak, I think a lot of times people think, okay, this is leaked, therefore it'll put pressure on us to change things. He went on to say, the opposite is more likely. He also noted that efforts are ongoing to identify and address such breaches. Or maybe here's a wild strategy. Why not work with your staff to improve morale? There was actually a time, I know you're not going to believe this, but there was a time when tech employees were loyal to their employers. Amazing? I know. The demand for software engineers in the United States has declined sharply, with job postings on Indeed dropping by over 1/3 compared to 5 years ago. This downturn is even more pronounced when contrasted with the hiring surge during the pandemic, where listings were 3 times higher than the current figures. Some see the rise of artificial intelligence as a significant factor in this trend. AI tools have enhanced coder productivity, leading companies to reconsider their hiring needs. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff highlighted this shift, stating the company might not hire engineers in 2025 due to AI-driven efficiency gains. And notably, even Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, entered the debate, saying not to encourage children to learn to code. This comment was not met with universal acceptance, because while AI is certainly reshaping the software engineering landscape, some claim that professionals who adapt by acquiring new skills and embracing emerging technologies are likely to find ample opportunities in the evolving job market. And despite the current slowdown, the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 17% growth in demand for software developers, quality analysts, and testers from 2023 to 2033, outpacing overall labor market growth. Additionally, skills in data analysis, cybersecurity, and cloud computing are increasingly sought after globally. While there's certainly a drop in demand on Indeed, anyone who has tried to find a no matter what happens, coders need to up their game in terms of demonstrating their value, how they increase their productivity by employing the latest tools, how they add value with their understanding of business and problem solving, and perhaps, at least in the short run, being able to stay one step ahead and spot problems and issues with AI-generated code. And finally, did you ever hear about the death of some famous actor and then say to yourself, was he still alive? Well, prepare for a similar out-of-body experience. Microsoft has apparently announced its plans to kill off Skype on May 5th, 2025. This strategic move aims to consolidate Microsoft's communication services under Microsoft Teams, a more integrated and feature-rich platform. Introduced in 2017, Microsoft Teams has rapidly gained popularity, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic as organizations sought robust collaboration tools. Teams offers functionality similar to Skype, including one-on-one and group calls, messaging and file sharing, along with enhanced features like meeting hosting, calendar management, and community building. Launched in 2003, Skype revolutionized internet-based communication, enabling free voice and video calls worldwide. Microsoft's acquisition of Skype in 2011 for $8.5 billion was a significant move to enhance its communication offerings. Despite its early successes, though, Skype faced increasing competition from platforms like Zoom and WhatsApp, leading to a decline in user engagement. As the May 2025 retirement date approaches, Microsoft says they remain committed to supporting its users through this transition. Current Skype users can continue using the service until the retirement date and are encouraged to transition to Microsoft Teams. Microsoft assures a seamless migration process, allowing users to log into Teams with their existing Skype accounts. Additionally, during the transition period, interoperability between Skype and Teams will be maintained, enabling users to communicate across both platforms. And that's our show. Love to hear from you. I promise I never take Mark Zuckerberg's calls, so your secrets are safe with me. You can reach me at editorial@technewsday.ca. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a thrilling Thursday.